is at an our school, and I won the first place. And second is I entered the first category of English. It's a Cambridge English exam in November, I suppose. And now I found out I got passed, but not a great mark, but I passed. I'm really excited because it is so hard.
Oh, you mean you passed the Cambridge English test?
Yes.
And you said you said you weren't so satisfied, or are you happy about your score?
Um, it's not very high, but I'm pretty satisfied because I never thought I could pass. I never just actually took some classes and I just do some papers and I'm not good at writing, but I passed. I'm just quite astonished.
Oh, I'm very happy for you. I'm very happy for you. So you mean do you mean to say that you studied on your own and you didn't have anyone to help you out to prepare for the test?
No, just myself. My mom bought me some books, and yeah, my mom helped me some, but not much. I just do some exercises by myself, and no teachers, and mostly by myself.
That's amazing. So that's a really huge accomplishment. So that because it means that you can do it on your own without so many
Yes.
people having to look over your shoulder. And which part of the test did you find difficult?
Find difficult is that my speaking is very high and my listening is okay,
Okay.
and the reading is okay, but the use of English and writing is my poorest part. I don't know how to spell some long words,
Hmm.
and I think my grammar needs to develop a lot.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're right. But that's one thing a lot of people struggle with, the grammar part, and vocabulary is understandable. It just means uh, you need to enlarge the number of words that you already know and practice the spelling. It's something that you can acquire through practice. And I guess with grammar, I think it's maybe the prepositions, technical parts like the infinitives,
Yes.
those kinds of things. So, well, I guess it's just a matter of buying a book on grammar. And you mentioned a while ago that you said you won the first place. I didn't catch what that was
Mm,
about. Y-
so it is in our school, but the competition is held by the city, but it's in our school. So lots of um, lots of elementary schools in our city just compete, and there's only one school that is in the first place. So it's about Chinese idiom with four characters combined into a word. So it's about like guessing and other things to check you for your abilities of the idiom, and it's pretty hard.
So this is about Chinese characters and idioms in Chinese. Did I get it right?
Uh, yes, it's about that.
Oh, okay. Now that could I can imagine that would be very hard because there are thousands of Chinese characters. Am I right?
Yeah, and the idioms are so many, and
Mm-hmm.
I just look through lots and lots of books and practice. There's something sort of there's three people in our group, and it's just one person. He can't say, but he can act and let me guess what the idiom is, and
Oh,
with um, and he just we just use like 10 seconds to guess what it is.
mm-hmm.
It's so unbelievable.
And it's a city competition, you say.
Yeah, our city often held lots and lots of competitions, and I love to enter competitions. competitions, and of course I often win.
Okay, I'm very proud of you, and I'm very happy with your accomplishment today. I'm so glad that you had a very productive day. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
yeah, that's really great. I know the feeling. So I encourage you to join more competitions. I'm happy to hear that you like joining them. I used to join them when I was young myself, when I was around your age. So I won a few things also. So I know the feeling. It's going to build your confidence a lot. And we're waiting for. I don't know if would you know if Sheri will be coming to join us because I don't see her around. Do you have any idea if she's coming?
I don't quite I don't quite know.
Okay. So maybe
Hello.
yeah. Maybe she's late and she'll just join in while we're having our discussion. So we might as well just start because maybe some
Okay.
maybe she's occupied
Let
or
me see if she said something. Let me see if in this group.
anyway, she's free to join
Um,
at any point if she's around.
I didn't see she saying anything. Uh,
Okay, that's all right.
nope.
Okay. Well, no matter. Sheri is free to join at any point if she's around. We'll just be here. In the meantime, I think we should start on this topic because honestly, how did you find it? Did you find it easy to read or did you struggle a bit?
So yeah, I struggle a bit. First, I'm pretty hard to understand what's this topic about, and I didn't prepare this for much. It's been a busy week, so
Mhm.
I just read it through and find some basic information about it.
Okay.
So I might not totally understand, but I know some basic problems.
All right. So I see someone joining us. All right. I guess Sheri will be around after all.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, sorry, it's late because I forgot the code.
Oh, you forgot my number? Are you Sheri's mom?
Yeah. I'm here now.
Okay. I'm happy to have you here with us. We were wondering if you were coming to join in.
That was my mom, and she just joined in. We were late because she forgot the code. Sorry.
Oh, you mean my number? My meeting number?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's very important because I never change my meeting number. As long as you have my number, no problem. We might get we might get cut off in the middle, so you need that number to join in again. Okay, Sheri, are you settled?
Yeah.
Okay, before we start, would you like to share us anything about what you've been busy with since we last saw each other?
Mostly studying.
Okay, studying. Any particular interesting thing that happened to you at school?
Nothing much.
Nothing
Pretty much
much.
normal. Pretty much normal.
Okay. All right. So, as I was saying, I was asking Annie if she struggled with this topic, and she said she did struggle a bit, and she had to find some background information. How about you, Sheri? What do you think about this topic? Was it hard? Did you have to look up extra information over the internet, newspapers?
Mm, I don't know about this subject because my mom never printed it.
Oh, you don't have a copy.
No, she says there is nothing in that WeChat that she said no one has sent it.
Oh, okay. If nobody
Uh,
sends it, you can ask the yes, Annie?
so my mom just got something. Maybe it's also the Chinese teacher in the WeChat, and she sent it to from another app maybe. But my mom said she got it, and sometimes it was a text, and sometimes it was some video things, and some is information my mom find it for me. But the Chinese teacher also sends us something with topics and some background.
Okay, would you know the name of the Chinese teacher?
No, but I think she's in the WeChat group. It's kind of like the boss of
Okay.
this school, I suppose.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, because Sheri, if you don't get the homework, I want to help you out. I don't want you to come to the class without being prepared because otherwise you won't be able to participate. So I'm gonna maybe find a way to help you after class and make sure that you get your copy. Okay? But so now let's go through this together. I think there's a lot of things to talk about. Annie, can you tell me anything that you know about Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is a very big holiday in the United States, in North America. What do you know about it? Can you tell us?
Um, Thanksgiving is let me think it. It's in November. Every year is November, and
Yes. Are you there? Are you
I
still
think it's in the fourth Thursday of November.
okay? And what is it about?
It's about mostly um thank other people and family that they have together and to eat a turkey. That's all I know about it.
Yes, families gather together to eat a turkey. Sheri, do you know anything else about Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I think it's about they the pilgrims were English people, and they get to the American island that used to belong to the Native Americans on the ship called a Mayflower, and then they were pretty much like very sick because of that really long boat ride. They didn't really have nothing to eat, and it was very steamy and hot in the boat. So when they got onto the island, one Indian House Guanto knew English because he was once captured by some English people, and he learned English. But then he ran away and got back to their land, and then the Indians showed the pilgrims how to plant corn and stuff. And then when it was harvest, they had a big meal together to celebrate, and that's how Thanksgiving became a national holiday in America.
Okay, amazing. Thanks, Sheri, for sharing that with us. It sounds like a movie, don't you think? Is this
Yeah.
something that you want to watch in a movie? It's a very dramatic story, and this is the story of how the first white people came to the New World, America, and how they managed to survive. So at the very core of it, Thanksgiving is just all about thanking God for a harvest, a good harvest. Okay? It's thanking God for helping the farmers produce food so that they have something to eat. You know, back in the day they didn't have supermarkets, right? They didn't have any, and they transferred to a new land. They have to make food from scratch. So if you don't have rain, if you don't have plants growing up properly, you're not going to get any food because that's the only way you're going to get to eat. Otherwise, you're going to die. So here I show you the picture of the first Thanksgiving. This was in the 17th century. They had a very good harvest. So they believe that God provided well for them. They were able to eat and survive the hardship of the first few years. And in fact, Thanksgiving is a holiday shared in many countries in the world. And I believe that China has a Thanksgiving holiday where you give thanks for the harvest. Am I right or not? You have a Thanksgiving holiday too, where your whole family gathers together to be grateful for all the food, all the blessings you've received. Can you tell me, Annie, if you can think of a similar holiday that sounds like Thanksgiving in China?
Mm, I just don't quite got something here. Thanksgiving is I don't think there is something really similar to Thanksgiving in China.
It's like it doesn't have to be a turkey, but it's a festival where everybody is happy because there's a good harvest from the crops, from the
Good.
farms. And then you celebrate
Good.
the harvest, you celebrate having all this good food, and then you gather around with your family and share the food, and maybe you might exchange gifts. Do you have something like that?
Celebrating harvest, I suppose no, but gathering together with families, that's a lot. Like Lantern Festival, Mid Autumn Festival, and the Spring Festival. Of course,
Okay,
these are
yes.
gathering together.
All right.
But others, I didn't think of something that is celebrating harvest.
Okay, you're right about that. You mentioned the Mid-Autumn Festival and the Spring Festival. These festivals actually celebrate the harvest. Did you know that? You're
Really?
celebrating, yeah, you're celebrating the harvest season. So,
Oh yeah, I suppose Mid
yeah,
Autumn Festival. Yeah.
because we live in modern times. I guess your festivals are just about exchanging, I don't know, exchanging ang pao. Do you call it ang pao in China? The
What?
you know the red envelope with money in it.
Ah yeah,
You,
Hongbao. Yeah.
the ampao, and you distribute it to the children. But the Mid Autumn Festival, as far as I know, it's about harvest season. It's about being grateful
Yes.
for a good harvest. And so this is what Thanksgiving is about, except that in America they call it by another name. But you have the same thing. Korea has the same thing too. They have I think it's, I forgot the name, but it's something like the Mid Autumn Festival. So this is a time for family, for goodness, for food. And what did North Korea do during this big American holiday? Anyone?
Korean. They just. I suppose they shoot some shoot something like a bullet in near their country. So it just lots of countries are very shocked about it, and they cause some problems.
Okay, good. Yes. Sheri, you don't have your own copyright, so I'm sharing this is for your benefit. The PowerPoint on the screen. So Annie, you mentioned that they shot some bullets in the air. They didn't really shoot any bullets, but they shot something bigger. So okay, here's the
Let
page.
me see. Rockets.
They shot something like rockets. So I'm showing you the page where you can find the answer. Uh, Sheri, can you try to find what sort of weapon they shot during Thanksgiving? It's here on this page in front of us. Can you identify the name of the weapon, Sheri?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it in here.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that a thing called short range?
Yes. Short range. You're correct. Short range what?
Short range projectiles.
Good. Short range projectiles. So,
and
anything else?
super large multiple launch rocket system.
Okay. Yeah, they launched it from a system. And these are projectiles. Annie, do you know, what's your idea of a projectile? What do you think it is?
Projectiles. Projectiles. I suppose it is something like it's being shoot out. There's suppose
Yeah,
like
yeah.
rockets.
Okay, good. It's something that you shoot out. It's something that you launch far out into the air. In fact, beyond our own airspace, it's something that you shoot out into. It goes beyond our immediate environment. And so here's a picture of the short range projectile. Here, do you see the photo? Okay,
Oh,
these are actually called missiles. So you have short range projectiles are objects that you throw out into space. So it's any object you can throw out into space using very strong force, but it's commonly used to describe weapons. And that weapon is commonly known as a missile. Do you know anything about missiles? How about you, Sheri? Do you know anything about this?
No, never seen it before.
Okay, how about you, Annie?
missiles.
Like this picture, you can see the picture, right?
Some kind of rocket, I think.
Yes, I can see it, but I never really yeah, I didn't really saw missiles before. I
Okay.
suppose it's like some rockets.
Yeah, it's a rocket, but it's a weapon, and it's a guided weapon, meaning it can be controlled by a computer. So, for example, this missile is manipulated from headquarters by the government by the military that's controlling it. So they are going to choose a target that they want the missile to go to. Let's pretend. So we've heard about North Korea.
Yeah.
So let's pretend that North Korea would enter into a war with the United States. If they could guide a missile into a U.S. target, what would be their options? Can you name me one, Annie? You know?
Excuse me, can you repeat it?
Yeah. For example, if you were North Korea and you wanted to get into a war with the United States, because this is what our topic is about, where would you send this missile? Because you can direct the missile exactly to where you want it to go. It won't just fall anywhere. It's going to be guided to a specific target. So if you were North Korea, where would you send it? Assuming you wanted to get into a war.
I suppose to America.
Yeah, but where? America is a very big place. Yeah, where would you target it? A missile can go to a very specific place because you can like program the direction where it's gonna go. So if you were in a war with another country, where would you send this missile if you were North Korea?
Maybe the capital, like Washington, D.C.
Yes, you'd have to identify a strategic place, like in Washington. So what particular place in Washington would make sense for you? Because Washington is still a big place.
Oh. I suppose White House?
Yeah. If you're really serious about the war, you'd send it to the White House, right? And this is the kind of
Yeah, I suppose.
yeah, and this is a kind of weapon that can go exactly where you want it to go. So if you wanted to go to the Pentagon, or if you want it to fall on the swimming pool, it's gonna go exactly there. It won't just fall anywhere. So this is
Yeah.
a very powerful and dangerous weapon. And Annie, what did North Korea do with these missiles during the holiday season? What did they do with it?
I just found out it's a very awkward thing. Didn't got the exact text from here. I just got some similar ones, but it's not the text. I'm so sad.
You got some similar. What do you mean?
It's that it's not a particular text we're talking about. It's just something, another report. I suppose my mom find it for me. It's similar, so it's not the same with news in our class.
Oh, it's not the same article. Okay, so let's get back to our article and let's see. Okay, you can actually scan through the article quickly. I want to encourage you guys to learn how to speed read. It's basically learning how to read a paragraph in a matter of seconds to find the information that you need. So we were looking at the page here. Sheri, could you try and summarize, just by looking at our page, try to summarize what North Korea did with these weapons, and yeah, what they did and why?
Yeah, I'm trying, but all of a sudden, your screen just went out, and now I see my computer screen.
Okay, Annie, are you having the same problem?
No, I got the
Now it's back. Now it's back. I think
Oh,
I just pressed the wrong button.
okay. So you both can see our page now? So now this page summarizes the main ideas. We have North Korea, we have missiles. What did North Korea do with these missiles over the holiday and why? Sheri, you can start.
Yeah. Oh, they they added that the projectiles traveled about 235 miles and reached the altitude of 60 miles. So I
Okay.
guess it sent it somewhere.
Yes, they sent it somewhere. Why?
Probably to probably the same reason that we play fireworks.
Do you think they were just playing? Okay. Okay, let's look for further motivation here. Let's see why they wanted to do that. So I'm in the second page. I'm in the next page. So Annie, can you try to identify why they launched these weapons somewhere?
I think Korean is wanted to change a United States hostile policy and salvage the dialogue process.
Okay.
Is there
Can
something
you
about wanted to end some very bad attitude from United States.
Yes.
And I think Korea just did it before in 2017. It's somewhat the same.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yes. So they did it before and they did it again recently, and they're doing it because they're not happy about something that the United States is doing, and the US to change its attitude about something, right? Yeah? That's your answer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you got it right. Sheri, do you think they actually meant to hit someone, or were they someone or something, or were they doing something else?
I don't think they were trying to hit something or someone on purpose. I think they were just like getting Americans' attention to and tell them something, I think.
Okay, good. Yeah, they were just trying to get their attention. So where do you think the missiles went? They have to go somewhere.
Maybe in the ocean.
In the ocean, yeah. And do you think it exploded or made some serious damage?
I don't think so.
Hmm. Okay, this is the part that we don't know because it's not really mentioned. So basically, Annie, it is a. You think it's practice, or are they just playing around with their rockets, or are they
Uh,
practicing certain actions? I mean, trying to get certain things right. What do you think it is?
not. I don't think it's playing with it. It's have its own purpose. It's maybe to trying to get the attention from the United States and to give them a message and maybe to share some unsatisfied towards the United States.
Okay, good. Yes. And also we have this term here. The North Korea carried out artillery drills. What are artillery drills, Sheri? Could you venture your ideas on this? They were doing artillery drills. What's that?
Artillery drills. Is it something? I think.
What is a drill? Do you girls know?
Wait.
Drill is some sort of practice, and artillery drills, I suppose it's something like maybe it's like a military training or something training the soldiers or is a big rockets or something else. Maybe it's with soldiers.
Okay,
Like a
very good.
practice of what to do in an emergency. For example, there is a fire.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so if there's a fire, what do you do?
I think a drill is a practice of what to do in an emergency.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. A drill is practice. Practice for anything that you want to do. So that when the time comes you need to do it, it comes naturally and you execute it almost automatically. Okay? And artillery refers to weapons. So they're practicing what? What are they practicing? They want to get something perfect. What is it?
Weapons.
Yeah, so you put two and two together. You have these missiles sent out into the air. You have the rocket launcher. You have the drills. So they're practicing what?
Practicing the preciseness of where the rockets shoot, or I
Okay,
don't
good.
get the idea.
Yeah, you're almost there. Actually, yeah, you're there. They're practicing the precision of how they use and manipulate their weapons, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it sends a message. They're just practicing. I mean, nobody can really, uh, nobody can criticize them about that. They have weapons, they have military drills. We're just doing our thing. We're training our soldiers. We're like practicing our equipment. But at the same time, they are sending a very powerful message. And the message is, besides, threatening the United States, What is the? Can you come up with a more specific message, Sheri? We're doing this. We're practicing our weapons, the way we use our weapons. We're practicing our military personnel. We're sending you a message, a hostile message. What's that message?
Let me think. I think it's like just showing or feeling strong dislike for an dislike for or opposition to somebody or something. And I think it's just showing America the reason they send that thing into the United States. I think they're trying to show them something,
Which
um,
is show them
which is
what?
which is a strong dislike for a association to something. And
Opposition? What do you mean? I mean, okay, you mean probably opposition.
yeah.
They're
And
opposed to something. Okay. All right. So yeah, you're right. This is something we've already known for decades. North Korea has always been hostile to certain countries in the international community. For most of them is the United States. We've known that since before. It's been going on since before I was even born. So everybody knows that North Korea is opposed to someone, in this case the United States. But what is the specific message, Annie? Well, what do they want to? We're telling you something. So we're launching a missile, a rocket. We want to show you something. We want to send a message clear. We're not going to say it in words. We're going to show it by action. What are they saying?
Korean is supposedly very angry. It's from Kim, so he is pretty much not didn't like the way that U.S. Kind of controlled him or something.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't
Yeah.
like the US. We know that. And so,
And so he wanted to show the Americans maybe that Korea is strong and is maybe learning some new techniques and to show they're strong.
okay, very good. Yes, they want to show their strength, right? Which
Yeah,
country is bigger? Which country is bigger, North Korea or America?
no, America, of course.
North America obviously is the bigger country, and compared to North Korea, which country do you think is more capable, military wise, economically, politically? Which country is stronger?
U.S.
Yes, the US. They're weakening now, but they're still a world power, and North Korea wants to show the US, hey, you're bigger than us, but we're powerful too. We're strong. And this is what we can do to you if you're not nice to us, right?
Yeah,
So a missile is not just any kind of bomb. It's a very powerful, yeah, powerful weapon that can do very huge damage. All right. So what? Now we go to the real meat of the issue. What is North Korea unhappy about? So okay, here maybe. Okay, let's just read this for Sheri. Sheri, can you read the first paragraph of this
yeah,
page?
the launch countries are more aggressive
Continues.
couture by North Korea over recent months at talks with Washington hit stalemate. It's warned that its patience is running thin and has given the United States until the end of the year to challenge its hostile policy and salvage the dialogue process.
Okay, good. All right.
I think council
Okay, Sheri, I don't know if you just misread it a bit, but you're changing some of the words. So can you read this one?
continues
Yeah, how about this one?
change.
Okay, all right. Anything to share? Any insights to explain this paragraph?
I think in this paragraph, North Korea um, is like I think that Hong Young is maybe the president or something. And he has warned that its patience is running thin and has given the United States until the end of the year to change its hostile policy. So I think they're kind of challenging.
Yes. Yes, there's definitely a challenge. Well, what is Pyongyang, Sheri? What's
Is it the
Pyong
leader of North Korea?
again?
Is it the leader of North Korea?
No, it's not the leader. Annie, do you know what Pyongyang is?
It's like a capital of the North Korea, but it's a
Okay,
place.
very good. It's the capital of North Korea. So how do we figure that out? So here we Washington was mentioned, right? And Washington is the what? What's Washington?
Washington is is a capital.
Yeah, it's the capital of the United States, and it represents what?
Oh, I suppose it represents America, and suppose was Donald Trump.
Okay, yes, it represents not just America, it represents the seat of power in America. So the capital,
yeah.
the capital is always the seat of power. That's where government sits. So it's basically where the king's throne is. So whenever you mention the capital, you're talking about the government of that country. So when we say Washington, we're talking about the leadership in America. And when we say Pyongyang, we're talking about what?
About the leaderships and government of North Korea.
Okay, so we're talking about the seat of power in North Korea. It's the people who control the government. And so Pyongyang, or the government, North Korean government, said they want the United States to change its hostile policy to North Korea. So what we can infer from this is that the two obviously are not friends. They have a disagreement about something, and the disagreement is here in the last paragraph. Okay, Sheri, can you read the last paragraph?
Yeah. North Korea has previously used U.S. holidays to send messages to Washington. It launched its first intercontinental ballistic missile on July 4th, 2017.
Okay, we have this statement here. Kim has called for relief from international sanctions that hobble his economy. So Annie, you've read the whole article. Can you give us an insight what this is about? So Kim, the North Korean leader, is not happy about the sanctions. So anything you can discuss with us about that? What are international sanctions that hobble North Korea's economy? So in a nutshell, what does that mean?
Maybe it meant that North Korea is controlled by U.S. and didn't let North Korea to do its own decisions and to do for its own good and maybe control its economy and maybe it was its military.
Okay, good. Yeah. Although I might probably change the word control because according to international law, another nation or state has no right to control another sovereign state. So they're not really controlling North Korea. Can you come up with a different word instead of controlling their economy? What do you think the U.S. is doing? Not really controlling, but they're still doing something.
I can't kind of come up with a word right now.
Yeah, it's just like they're impacting the economy in a negative way. They're they're
Negative.
they're affecting the economy.
Oh yeah, affecting.
They're not directly like doing something to it, but they're doing something from their own end, which is indirectly affecting North Korea. Okay, so we based on this we know that they're doing something bad to North Korea. I'm going to end this meeting. I think we need a few minutes more to wrap up. But anyway, we're gonna end this meeting because we're running out of time now. So Annie, you're right about that. The United States is doing something bad to the economy, and you want to know next time what the U.S. is complaining about against South Korea, North Korea. Okay, why is the U.S. doing that? We're going to continue that next time because the app is going to end anytime soon. And Sheri, I want you to find a way to get your own copy of this article. Can you do that?